2 minutes and 23 seconds till someone is going to be scammed over $100 for this Bryce Harper forgery. I'm going to show you guys today on how to spot this fake. All right, so this is going to be a little bit quicker one. I have a flight to Montana tomorrow and I haven't packed yet. It's already 11 o'clock at night. So the real one is on the right, the fake one is on the left, and there are some color differences between the two cards. I'm not going to go in too much detail because I couldn't find great pictures for the real one. The real one's over here. 90% of the cards that are posted online on this Harper are fake. So there is going to be some color differences, but the main things that I would take a look at with this card is number one, the stock, number two, the autograph in itself, and three, also some of the foil. There are going to be differences, like I said, between the real and the fake color wise, but because of how different the photos were taken, I'm not going to go into it in this video. So the first thing I want to look at though is going to be the stock and the autograph. Now I'll tell you a little bit about the stock. These cards were printed at home. They weren't printed in a factory like how Upper Decks were. So the stock on these cards tends to be very, very low quality. Now the ones that have been graded by different grading companies all have graded pretty low. We're not talking about getting a 10 grade. One got graded by a 5. There's another one that's like a 6 or 7. So they tend to be in lower grade because of the stock on the card itself. Again, not professional created card. It is a 100% a counterfeit. So be careful with that. And the second thing to take a look at is the autograph. Now, 90% of the autographs out there, like I said, are fake. Most of them look like this, and the real ones look like this. So completely different. And I'll kind of explain the details. By no means am I an autograph expert at all. Harper has had a few different autographs in different products, but what I've seen, at least from the 18U national team and this card in itself, the autograph has been pretty consistent like this on real examples. So the fake one over here, you can see the B is completely different. This kind of looks like an M with a line going across it that's slanted. This one over here looks more like an R that's upwards at the very bottom to turn it into a B. So the B's way, way off. On the fake as well, the two sides of the H come in at the center. And the one on the right over here, the real examples, there's always a line in between the center. There is separation compared to the fake where there is no separation. And at the very end over here for the R, it kind of looks like a lowercase r going up. However, on these other ones, it kind of looks like a check mark almost, goes down and up. You know, you have three things, BHR, this one as well, but everything is completely off on that side of things. So I'd take a look at the autograph, stay away with anything that looks like this. There are some different variations of this. There are some better examples that try to emulate this, but there's just so many different things in this fake autograph in itself that these scammers or forgers cannot get right. They can't duplicate this to the extent Bryce Harper actually signed. So take a look at the autograph if you're online. If you see this in person, I'd also take a look at the card stock because the card stock is going to be very, very cheap. Now down here with the foil, now these actually do have foil, the fake ones out there. It's kind of like the Kobe Ovations where the foil is off, but the foil is present. So be very, very careful with it. And the thing is, just guys, do your due diligence. As I said, there's been fakes that have been graded by companies. I would 100% say not to buy this card raw unless you see it in person and you can actually inspect it. If you're going to be buying this raw, you are going to be taking a gamble. Anyways, I'd rather spend a little bit more money and get one that's been certified and graded by a company. And even if you are getting that one that's been graded company, please still look at the autograph and make sure it lines up with the one to the right. Don't buy one that looks like it is on the left because the companies have failed at grading this card a few times. And I understand. I'm not going to say it's entirely their fault because when you get millions and millions of cards, there are going to be some examples that do slip by the graders. People try to scam these grading companies as well, and people are human. So until there's full like integration of technology that takes that part out of it, there is going to be mistakes that happen at grading companies. So those are the three things I'd take a look at with this card in itself. Number 4, I'd take a look at some of the colors, but with this example over here, it's kind of tough to go into details. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back next Friday with another episode of Spotting Fakes. If you haven't checked out the book, make sure to grab it on Amazon. I go over 50 different examples of real and fake sports cards, as well as 70 pages on detailing on how to authenticate.